This has got to be the most depressing and most tragic movie I've seen all year. Ain't nothing to smile about, bro. So, Magazine Dreams is the long-awaited Jonathan Majors drama film that I quite honestly thought was never going to come out. But here we are. The film is directed by Elijah Bynum and it stars Jonathan Majors. The film follows Killian Maddox, an aspiring bodybuilder, as his relentless pursuit of fame and perfection in the world of bodybuilding leads him down a path of self-destruction and violence, while exploring themes of celebrity, mental health, and the American dream. So I'll be the first person to say this. The only reason why I was even going to see this movie was because of Jonathan Majors. This was the film that was going to give this man his first Oscar nomination. And if I'm not mistaken, the film was supposed to come out in 2023, the same year where he was at the pinnacle of his career. In 2023, he had both Quantumania and Creed 3 released back to back. This guy was on top of the world. He was at his peak. The man could do no wrong. Like, nothing could literally stop him until the you know what happened. But we're not here to talk about that. I have my opinions on the entire situation, but again, we're not going to talk about that. We are here to talk about his performance and the entire movie as a whole. I done said it once and I will say it again. Jonathan Majors is a master at his craft, and this man can do no wrong when it comes to acting. Out of all of the performances Jonathan Majors has given us, this performance in Magazine Dreams is by far his most riveting, his most vulnerable, and his most captivating yet. When it comes to Jonathan Majors in the leading role of this movie, he is truly the captain of that ship. He brings in humor, he brings in heart, he brings in such a high level of intensity and unpredictability to the point in which you don't know what this man is going to do next. You see how he is clearly mentally disturbed and not getting the help that he needs, and you're just praying that he gets some sort of help and find some sort of closure in his life. But when it came to bringing this character and their struggles to life, Jonathan Majors was the perfect candidate for the role. Jonathan Majors' performance captures you from start to finish, and the director did a phenomenal job at showing us the decline of the mental health of a bodybuilder. And with the great intensity, you have the great unpredictability, and boy howdy, this movie, I didn't know where it was going to go. As soon as you think you know where the movie is going to go, boom, you get smacked with a 180. I was so immersed in every single intense scene that I was clenching my asshole more than Hector Ayala during his trial. And this movie has a lot of great camera work. I want to point that out. There is a one-shot segment in the movie, or at least I think it was a one shot, where we see Killian Maddox go from point A to point B, and that whole scene was just, it was too much for my audience. It was almost too much for me. I did notice that a few of the scenes were shot with handheld cameras, and I think those moments really helped capture the intensity of this film. This movie gets crazy, y'all. Like, I am not exaggerating. And I do want to appreciate the director for tackling the themes of people's unhealthy obsessions with fame and celebrities. I never understood being obsessed over celebrity. Like, I just don't get it. It's one thing to admire their art and their work, but when you're actively trying to insert yourself into their everyday lives, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that's pretty fucking weird. Why do you know what time they wake up? Why do you have that information? What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? What are you going to do with that? And in this movie, we see how Killian is so obsessed with this world famous bodybuilder. And when you see what happens in this movie, this just further proves the argument of why sometimes you should never meet your heroes. You could take inspiration from their work, yeah, but why be like them when you could be yourself? The overall story in this movie is good, but I feel like it could have been way more fleshed out. There are some great aspects the movie introduces, but it doesn't take it further. Like, I feel like we were only scratching the surface when it comes to understanding the mental health of a bodybuilder. Like, we see how they're crashing out, but how is this impacting the people in their everyday lives? Now, that is an aspect that we do see in the movie, but I feel like it could have been a step further. But that's just me being a little bit nitpicky. I think my biggest complaint with this movie is the ending. The ending felt quite undeserved. In the movie, we see Killian hit his breaking point, and then boom, the very next scene, and I guess he's just good again, apparently. Listen, I love a good old-fashioned path to redemption, but I feel like the journey getting there did not make up for that redemption. I like a positive ending, but the ending just didn't feel rewarding. You know what I mean? Also, there are a couple of plot holes in this movie that I feel like should have actually been acknowledged. For example, how did Killian not face any legal charges? Breaking and entering, harassment, vandalism. Like, how did he not face any sort of legal repercussions? But in the end, guys, Magazine Dreams, is depressing. But I do think it is a powerful and an important movie that really acknowledges the mental health of a lot of bodybuilders and really sports athletes at that, arguably, while giving us an Oscar-worthy performance from Jonathan Majors. I have not been this depressed watching a movie since Precious. That is the one movie I refuse to watch again because my heart just can't take it. So, plugging Magazine Dreams. Into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pass zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Magazine Dreams. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What is the most depressing movie you have ever seen? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.